washer. I think I got it that time. And it works beautifully. Alright. I might need to tighten that so it's not in the way when I tighten the other screws down. Let's put these in. They go underneath the fork here, right above the batteries and stuff compartment, right above the base. Just putting back the fork bolts. There we go on the back there. Sorry about the lighting conditions. It's not the greatest. And the angle of the camera. Basically, they got 4 screws on the back here that I took off to get to the fork. I'm just putting them back in because I think I'm done with the fork for now. Hopefully I don't have to go back in there. Basically just feel my way around with this one. I'm putting these bolts in, where the hole is, slide it in, screw it in. You could put it on its side to do this if you want. I'll just try not to put it on its side as much as I can. If I can do this with it standing up, that'd be beautiful. Let's see. I think I got that one in. I need to get this other one in here on the bottom left. I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up just a little, if I can get this wrench in there. Might end up using a different tool for that. I've got my toolkit over there somewhere. Frustrating when you're trying to use the other part of the Allen wrench. It's hard to find the head of the bolt. As tight as I can. I don't want tight as you can without breaking them, that's for sure. Just if you know how to torque these things with your fingers, you know you won't break it. There we go. I can get this nice and snug. I can be worry-free, as not worried about slop and the fork twisting and during the cold weather to, cause you to have a bad end result of your photograph, your astrophotography, So try to snug these as good as they'll go. The bolts they'll go on tight, get them on there. The ones that just require a certain amount of torque and not anymore, just be careful of those. can find this head of this bolt. Must be in business here. It's so hard to find it. Come on, what gives? It's ridiculous. Wait a minute. There it is. That was the last one. Nice and snug. Get out there. Okay. Let's put this side on here. I'll make sure that that does not fall in. Just be wary and careful of that. And then spin it on. Let's see. Oh, mine's up. It's the it's hard to get this thing perfect. So what does it have to be again? That's supposed to be at 90. So we'll come back out and go backwards with it. Like so. Gonna have to go counterclockwise again, just a little. I went too much. Clockwise now, a little. There. Wonder if that's good enough. Let's go counterclockwise just a little bit more. So I can get it nice and snug. I'm trying to get the numbers correct too. So I have some markings here that lines this up so I can align that setting circle. I have some marks on top of my scope and on the sides. Come on, get up there. My marks for polar line, and then make sure that that's at 0. A little too much. Check the marks here. Those marks are correct. It's pretty close, but not exactly how I want it. I want it to be nice and tight, so let's go counterclockwise a little on the setting circle disc. Move it just to here. And now it should be getting nice and snug. Okay, just fix my setting circles. All right. Whoa. This camera is too close to my work. All right. So I was just lining up the, the marks with the numbers, and I have some marks on here that tells me where I'm at, right about here, with some white paint between the fork and the arm on here. Tells me where I need to be if I'm going to polar line versus the fork. So there's a white piece of paint on here and on the arm and the scope, and then just set those circles correctly. Once you have everything tight on the other side, you know, you tighten this down. You can set this. You can move this and then turn it down again. If it's too loose, take it out, move it back a little bit, depending on which way you got to go, and then tighten it back up. This is pretty snug, and these setting circles should stay put when you move it. Let's see, it's at 90 now, and 0. So that's where I want it. That's where I think it's supposed to be anyways. If you're not mistaken, I haven't used this scope in a long time, but okay. Put it back like this, and go back to the base. See what's going on over there. Put it down like this time, so as I can get to the. There goes my phone. Good thing it's getting a rubber case. My other phone. Lord. What a pain in the ass filming stuff is. No wonder nobody does it anymore. Especially for stuff like this. That's why I got that screw in there. There's some wires going up there for the batteries. Here is the motor by ascension, and what might be I'm not sure if this is the sensor for this stuff, but kind of hard to see. I don't know how you would go about getting that out of there. Unless you just as simple as taking these two screws out. I'm going to try that. Maybe that'll work. Maybe you guys can see it now. I might have to mark that first. Position of it on both of these screws. I can make sure I kind of put it back in the same spot if possible. I'll get this thing looking here if you guys can see what's going on here. really don't want to take it out. But, you know, I really want to see if there's anything wrong with the RA's sensors. Good look here. The motor looks like the whole screws are in pretty tight too. I wonder how hard it would be to get that spring back in there. Man, going against my best judgment here, and I'm gonna take it out. There's only one way to find out. Just do it, like Nike. Oh, I just hope that spring doesn't fall anywhere. It's still in there. About these screws, they've never been removed. See? No one is going to dare try to do this. Probably only me. I'm going to get that magnet handy just in case. If I can figure out where I put it. Got a magnet around here somewhere. I know I do. Whoa, that's a solid magnet. And these screws are non-magnetic, so they're not magnetic, so that doesn't help. I don't think this screw comes out anymore. I think that's it. I think just the springs holding it. I really do want to find out the hard way. I don't think I can get that back in, guys. Let me show you why. Okay, the battery's low. Alright. Well, let me do this real quick then. As fast as I can here. It would seem that the spring is underneath. There. The spring is right in there. Kind of hard to see, but all right. I think you might be able to see a little bit of that spring right there. If I pull this out and it jumps out and falls apart, I don't see any way of putting it back in. I just don't. So I'm just going to go ahead and, since this looks like it's never been removed and doesn't look like any greases on top there, which is, let me zoom back out so you can see. On top, that section there where the motor gearbox is, it seems to be generally okay in there. I don't see any grease. It's going to be hard for you guys to see this, but I'm going to get as close as I can. Up on top of the gearbox, and I don't really know if it has sensors on it, laser sensors. I guess I can turn the light off and turn it on and see. That's one way to figure it out. But definitely I am going to put the screws back, tighten them, plug them back down, because I don't think I'll be able to take it out anyways. I don't think I see a tutorial anywhere on how to take that out. I mean, it could be one online somewhere, but I don't see it. So I'm putting these bad boys back in. Let me line this one back up first. And definitely got to put it where I marked it. So I'm sorry if you can't see this, but I have to put the light where I can see it right now. And get my marks up there. That's okay on there, that one. Come on, stop it. Might be too shiny for you guys. Sorry about that, but I need to see. And this overhang light here isn't doing it not much anyways. Okay. Yeah, these screws were tight when I took them off, but I'm just gonna, yeah, it has to have a little bit of play here. You don't need to tighten these too much. They only go down so far, both of them. This one especially because I don't want it to table on here and there. I'll turn this back on and you can see in there a little bit better now. Yeah. I think there's a sensor in there. If there were, it'd be up on top there. Alright, well, let's turn off the lights and try to find out. Let's see here before my battery wears down on the phone. Come on, what do I gotta do? Let's plug this in here. Sorry about that. I'm in a rush. Plug back in. Turn that bad boy on. Turn this light off. Let's see if we see any red lights, huh? On the comparator or whatever you call those things. Just hit the mode button and go through all until it goes to this main menu here. That's still working. Let's see if there's any light in there. I don't think this one has one, guys. I'm not sure if it does. I don't see any light. Maybe that one is actually covered. And actually, if it is covered, hopefully no grease got on it. I really don't see how I'm going to get it out of there, to be honest with you. Well, I can get it out. Chances are the spring will fall in there. Chances are I'll probably never get the spring out, even if I do. How am I going to get it back together and put the spring under there and slide it in without it falling back apart while I'm trying to do it? See? So what I'm going to do is put this bad boy back together and run it since I repaired the declination, the fork arm motor situation. Hopefully I did, because it actually looks like it's working now. I turn it on. Every time I turn it on now, it seems to be working. I mean, look, I'm at select menu and everything. It's not doing anything. It's not spinning on its own. You know, it's perfect. I'm doing that right now. So put this thing upright. Turn the light back on for you. Or better yet, I'm just going to put this thing back together. Just switch it off. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to switch it off, unplug the power. Come on. Connector I have for that power is pretty solid. It doesn't pop off easily. That's a good thing. Definitely goes in a certain way, of which I don't know right now. Maybe you have to put this in first. And screw this in, and it pulls it in. Yep, that's what it is. Pulls it in. When you turn the RA lock knob, lever, or dial, whatever you want to call it, it screws it up there. And as far as it'll go, and then back it back off. See what happens. Oh yeah, okay. It does pull it into position. Okay. Start these by hand. And screw them in. The gun. Used to have a small electric gun, but someone borrowed it. I got this big one, but it's sitting on a low, see? It's pretty tight, I think. I think that was the setting I was supposed to have it on last time. Yep, that was it. So I could put this panel back, but I won't put it back just yet. I'm going to test the thing first, and if I need any more, I don't think I need any more grease on the bottom. It's pretty greasy. Matter of fact, I used some grease. Uh-oh, something fell. Used some grease from the RA to fix the, put some grease up on the other one. Wow, this screw fell. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's one of those that were stuck to my finger. Another one of those little tiny screws. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Haha, found it. These things bounce around like balls. If you're not looking where they're at, you'll never find them. It takes forever. Alright. Let's get this thing to stand up. No more screws on my hands. Jeez. Alright. Let's see how well this will work. I don't know which position to put it in to start with, but we're just going to test it, so. This thing underneath it. I guess I could put those screws back in. They're such a pain in the ass, though. I'm not going to do it right now. I just want to test this thing out. See how it's going. That's my north position anyways. When I'm outside, that's exactly how I go. Let's give this thing a test, shall we? I'm just going to move out of all that stuff and test it out. So far so good. I mean, as soon as I turn it on, it's acting good, because before it was moving around by on its own. Now I get to tell it what to do. And I found out why it was moving really slow last time. It's because I had it in quiet mode. Took it out of quiet mode, now it's going faster on max. Now if I can get it to do an alignment in here, I believe it's GPS is off anyways on it. I've disabled that. I think it remembers that too, or by default it takes it off. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see here. Setup is where it is, I believe. I think. Maybe not. I think it's in utilities. GPS. Utilities GPS is off. See? The arrow says off. You put it on startup or when needed. I choose to leave it off because I don't know. I don't know how long it's supposed to take to find GPS out here, but I'm in a great area, so it should find it within 5 minutes. But I'm not going to do it inside because the top of my house is covered with metal. It's just a metal roof. Period. No leaks though. That's what good thing about it. And when it rains, it sounds pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just continue playing with this, switching it off, put it back on, not rapidly but gently.